peed all over the fucking floor. And
now, did you look at the worker after and go, clean this piss up?
You're angry that someone else pissed there.
Yeah. You guys clean up this piss?
This place is disgusting. Even my pants are covered in piss.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I walk in here, there's piss in my boxers, piss in my pants, piss on the floor. Everywhere I go, there's piss.
And I haven't showered in days. That feels like your fault.
Yeah. Clean me, sir. Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we are here with our friend, performer, writer, good guy, Daniel Tompkins. Hi, Dan.
Hi, good friend. That's the most shocking part, actually.
We did forget to ask how you
guy.
want to be introduced at the beginning, which we
didn't
often
check.
do.
Obviously, I nailed it.
Yeah. I think good guy, it is all-encompassing now. Good guy.
Yeah. It does what you need it to.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
You've got sort of a nice guys finish last bitterness to you that, like, I wanted to make sure that we captured right at the beginning, you know?
Exactly.
Right.
Folks, I just want to make sure that, because this is presented in surround sound, that we just hold for this for a second here.
Okay, and for that, I'm gonna say THX as in thanks for the good joke, Kevin. Wow, I hope we don't hear too much more of that, but that one time was pretty fun.
That thang be farting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
As they say.
Daniel, we usually start the show off outside of the THX sound effects. We usually start off with a check-in. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. You know, I'm back home visiting the family after being away in Vancouver for 3 years. It's nice to see everyone. I was lucky to do a show, which, Kevin, you were nice enough to come and see. Thomas, didn't see you there. It's fine. Yeah.
Didn't get an invite, and if I had got one, wouldn't have gone. So...
You know what? I don't expect anything less. Your dad actually did RSVP and didn't show up.
Whoa.
So, yeah.
There you are.
It's fine.
If it makes you feel better, Dan, I saw George on his way in, and I grabbed him and I said, "Get the fuck out of here!
Well,
get the fuck out of here!"
Kevin called in a bomb threat to get my dad not to see.
Is that why Kevin was the only audience member?
Yeah,
it was very weird.
Kevin was there standing with like a Kevlar vest on. No one else in any of the seats.
Just ready for the SWAT team to come in and waiting for them. No, it was a blast.
Yeah, what was the show about, though? Like your journey or some shit?
Jesus.
No, I want to hear about it because I missed it. Was it what, like...
It is.
I know you...
When I went to Studio 58 and I finished, and part of the finishing thing is you have to write a solo show, and I was scratching.
Studios 1 through 57, they didn't accept you. You had to go all the way down the list, huh?
Yeah, you know, I went to like the. It was
I went to Studio 1.
What?
I went
Studio
to the very
1?
first.
What's Studio
That's right.
1? What is Studio 1?
It gets you to Drunk Shakespeare. Which I never will go to.
All right. Now who's being mean?
Fair enough. I mean, I'll never do it. Like, I wouldn't do it, but you did it. So congrats.
Yeah. Sorry. No, I'm being aggressive because I don't care ultimately, but tell us about your show.
It's called Daniel in Love for One Night Only. Which should say a lot. And it is about my journey through life, starting at U of M through studio and everything in between. Which, let me tell you, a lot happened and a lot of nothing happened. So it's a show about nothing but everything at the same time.
That's great. Am I in it? Because I was at U of M.
Yeah, I actually weep
You
openly.
you
for
talk a
long
lot
time.
about a sort of a figure who made you feel small and sort of insignificant, and I feel like that. I could think of only one person when you were saying that, and that it was Thomas Tolles. I could think of nobody.
I also said his name many times.
Yeah.
One of the reasons you thought of me was that he named me so explicitly.
Yeah. I could think of nobody but Thomas Tolles. In fact, it was odd that he had the biggest photo in the program, which I thought was interesting.
You wrote my bio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas Tolles is a piece of garbage. This is a show about him.
Yeah, it was incredible. Yeah.
It's just your intellect frightens me.
I get it. Yeah, sometimes it scares even me. Like, I don't know what crazy fucked up idea I'm going to have next. I'm trying to just have a conversation and then my brain turns on and it's like, what do we see? Exactly. Kevin, how are you?
How am I doing? Man, I am fucking angry. He got me, dude.
So common when you're on the show for you to be filled
got
with
me,
rage.
man. The big Marky Zeds came in and fucked me over with the TFA, that two-factor authentication is what I call it.
You got logged out of your Facebook page.
Well,
and that's why you're mad.
Did they think Kevin Rambran wasn't a real name?
No.
Is that what it was?
No. Thankfully, they've no longer been hiring TSA agents into the Facebook verification system. But no, the fucking I got rid of an old phone which had a Google Code Authenticator on it. And I wiped that phone and I gave that phone away. And now, this was a long time ago, but the code generator portion of Facebook was like how I used to get in, which was like its own thing on the app. But they got rid of the code generator and it never, because I had at one point signed up for two-factor authentication, it never let me get rid of that old TFA setup. So, it then eventually expired, got rid of the code generator, and now I can't get into my Facebook on a desktop computer. I can only get it on a fucking mobile. So anyway, I went through support channels. There's no chat. There's no human you can talk to there. There's no fucking.
Did you go into the metaverse or did you just stay in IRL?
What?
Did you go into the metaverse?
Like the
VR? That's a Spider-Man movie.
Oh.
The third movie in the trilogy is going to be
into
way
the
shittier animation. No one's going to have legs. It's going to just be like janky corporate meetings.
Yeah, it's because it'll be AI generated because they'll never end the strikes.
Please, don't say that. Please.
Yeah, no, it's hopefully not.
We stand with Netflix and the AIs against the writers.
No, I don't.
We stand with AMPTP.
I'm not a stab. I'm not a stab.
Put our flag in the ground. Bob Iger is our guy.
We think that the show, though it's not popular yet, if we start pandering to studio executives now, we might actually be able to get fame and glory.
Listen, I'll help you. Bob Iger, I'll suck your big toe.
There you go. That's what he's been waiting for.
That really helped. Thank you.
Well, you're so welcome.
Yeah, Thomas, how are you doing, man?
If the strike goes on long enough, of course, like our shitty writing eventually will rise to the top of the heap because you just have to scab long enough and hard enough and like eventually you'll get noticed. That's what they taught us in acting school.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Wait, you wrote for this? Was I supposed to write something?
Yeah. We
typically
we
have a draft. It's more of an outline.
So we just want to kick it around to the team because we have a whole team, right?
Yeah.
Right. So, sure.
Yeah.
We've got a few like jokes that are in there, so if things are lulling, like we can pull one of them out. Kevin has one right here, so Kevin's just read that.
The joke that I have?
Yeah.
Pulled out? Yeah, sure. I can just read that. It's just
I can see it now. Thomas gasping for air, his mind shutting down slowly as his lungs fill with milky cream. Whose cream? Who's to say? But it is cream, and it is very milky.
All right.
Wow.
So as you can see, like sometimes
Milky
the
cream.
jokes are pre-recorded.
Milky cream.
It said my name. Was that a thing you created, Kevin, or is that something you found? Was that a found artifact?
Listen, I might have used a text-to-speech generator to narrate something and then put effects on it, and I might have, or I might have just paid $3,000 for an actor to do some scab work, voice work on the side.
Well, when I signed up for the podcast, the contract said that you would own my voice and likeness for perpetuity. So what you're really doing, what this project is gathering hours and hours of data of my face, my voice, things that I can do so that when I die, and Kevin often talks about how soon that will be for some reason.
Right.
Well, you'll notice that the segment wheel is sort of like various segments where I'm getting you to stand up and sort of turn around in 360-degree fashion.
I'm often like a rotisserie chicken in the Zoom window, just gradually.
Does he have to get naked for that, or does he?
Well, but those are for the Patreon.
Strongly encouraged. It's definitely. Kevin. If
I want to be able to make an OnlyFans out of my AI generated Thomas in a few years, I want to be able to. I want to be able to. I don't want someone to sign up and be like, "That's not the dick I recognize" when they see his penis in there. So, it's important.
Kevin's
to me.
been posting me on R Gone Wild since the start of the podcast.
Just the shorts from this show. Are Gone Wild. You took off your shirt once. That was kind of hot.
I did. Yeah, I've been in different states of undress. I think,
and probably
it's
mental
maybe time
distress.
For a pre-warm-up segment here.
Yes, let's do it. Let's spin the.
So Dan, I like to ask our guests a question.
Are we going to put this one on the ground?
This segment?
Yeah.
You're going to kill me? Oh, sorry.
No, Jesus Christ.
Call back to Rope, early collab between the three of us.
Right there he is, right there.
Yeah, you can see a picture of Dan actually in our.
That was incredible.
Studio.
Dan Chen drew that, but it's a silhouette, but he still made me lie naked on his couch. It was so weird.
It's so stylized, and yet you were.
That's actually how I got the AI version of you that we're using to do this show. You're not real. You're a clone. Yeah,
but I always knew that.
Have you guys have you guys seen Mad Men?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was like the season where Sylvia has to wait in the hotel room for hours naked on a chair with no one around, just trusting that someone will come to finish the poster.
Gosh.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, what are you doing, T?
I was gonna retire the segment, and then I thought, fuck it. What? Once more unto the breach, my friends. Am I a cat or a dog, and why?
You specifically?
Yes.
Well, I think immediately you're a cat, and I think it's because you're wily. Like you're wily, and I've seen
I'm a
you
coyote, is what you're saying.
Wile-e cat yoti.
Cat.
Thank you.
Wile-e cat yoti.
Thank you so much. But it's because I've seen you. I've seen you move in so many uncompromising positions, much like a shitting cat.
Like a shitting cat. You've watched me take a shit, is what you're saying.
I'm not saying
in so many
that.
Uncompromising positions: shitting, pissing, what else?
Farting,
cleaning yourself,
coming. I don't know all that stuff.
And
what a
with
scatological
that,
episode.
The segment has been retired once and for all. I finally got the answer I was looking for. We're done with it. And we've done about 15 episodes of this shit. It's enough.
I'm glad I'm the one we're putting the banner up with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, dear? What is it?
Oh.
Did you just include the sound of an AirPod dying? Is that the sound?
I thought it was me.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I'm like, there's no way I could ruin this episode.
Vibe shift. What's going on, you
Flight of the
guys?
Val Kilmer lookalike.
What? Flight of the Val Kilmer. What do you mean? Who?
You.
Who? Me?
You look like VK,
I look like
dude.
Val Kilmer. I don't want to look like
That's right.
fucking Val Kilmer.
You look like him now, though.
Oh my god.
He looks like shit now.
I'm not saying he looks like shit. He's seriously ill.
You can be sick
He
and look
looks
like garbage.
shit. Yeah, Kevin, nice one. Kevin watched the
I
sequel to
didn't know.
Top Gun and said, "This guy looks busted."
Kevin, I'm
haven't
saying
seen
you.
the
I'm
new
saying
Top
you
Gun.
need help.
I did. Oh, well,
We're
thanks.
gonna
I
bleep
guess.
out the name that I used
Jesus.
because elsewise this cannot remain in the episode.
He's
We
gonna
said we don't
fucking-
edit much.
He's gonna die
is
when the
going.
show comes out. For
This
sure.
is gone.
Yeah.
Good. I actually think it. Yeah, censor.
All
it.
right.
And put like the
Let's
black
spin
censor
the wheel.
over it.
Yes, censor flight of the as well, because I think from context clues they'll be able to figure out who I said. If we do flight of the beep, they'll know.
So I have to keep in this and censor all the
Yeah,
times we're
I think
saying
so.
flight of the.
And censor Top Gun because that really gave it away.
What do you
too.
mean? I have to
Sequel.
censor.
Sequel.
There's so much of it. This is gonna be unlistenable now. It's gonna be.
We could cut the whole thing or keep it all in, but you erase me.
God damn it.
All right, we're spinning. Woo! Incredible. 61. The Wayne Knight Rises. Participants must recast a famous film with the stars of Seinfeld.
Oh boy. Okay.
And as our guest, is there
yeah.
a film, and hopefully one we've also seen, but a film
Yeah.
that you think we could sort of fan cast? version?
With the cast of Seinfeld.
Yes.
Okay, recast. Let's do Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf
Oh sure.
with the cast of Seinfeld.
Like the famous.
Kramer bursts in. What a dump, Jerry!
and George is played by Wayne Knight, though. I think that's
Of
what it has
course,
to be.
Yeah.
So it's Wayne Knight and Kramer
The idea,
as the couple.
the idea of this is that that Newman's life, if it was a different timeline, is like he's like this. So Wayne Knight is George, right? Famously Newman from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Well, I
He
guess
comes
who's-
in being like, "Hello, Martha." Like you can really do that.
and who do we have as Martha? Obviously,
It's
I
Kramer.
really said Kramer,
Jul-
unless
Kramer?
Martha says one.
Kramer's
of
gonna
them,
be
but it
Mar-
Could be.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean,
Make me a drink.
It might make more sense for it to be Newman and Jerry because they have so much animosity for each other.
Yeah,
you know?
oh sure.
Oh, there is that.
Make me
Yeah,
a drink.
yeah.
Make me a drink now. And then
Okay, yeah.
I guess
and
Nick
I think
would
Kramer.
be
I think Kramer is the baby that they pretend is like. I think Kramer.
spoiler
is,
alert.
Well, yeah. And the movie is it's older than Seinfeld, Dan.
Not to me. Not to me. It's new. It's new every time I watch
I
it.
still catch
You directed
reruns on
it.
TBS of that fucking play.
Yeah. Okay. So then, obviously, we've got the two.
What's the
youngins,
nickname that George gets when he's like at the when he has that long story remembering that where they all got drunk and he talks about, wasn't there like a
Don't quiz
Trying to
me.
remember.
I don't think he gets a nickname that point, but when Martha's mocking him, she goes, "Old Georgie Porgy put upon pie."
Put upon pie.
That might be
Yeah.
it. No, but there's
Yeah.
like a made up word that he keeps saying in a famous monologue from that play, and I can't remember it.
Well, it's obviously not that famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, none of us can remember it, so good job, Albie.
Like, again, George as George. Like, Costanza might be
Oh,
the
yeah.
right casting. If we're
You're
really
actually
being
so
honest.
right.
yeah,
Because he's so down on himself.
Yeah,
That it
he
actually
has the
kinda
most
works.
rage.
I mean, you want to talk about put upon, right? Like,
Yeah.
Jesus
Yeah, you're
Christ.
right.
George Costanza.
We could do Suddenly Last Summer of George. That could be I know that's a different
Classical
playwright,
plays.
but
Yeah.
I actually think I would put Jerry Stiller as Nick.
honestly, having it be George's parents be the young students who are visiting. It'd be Jerry Stiller and Estelle. Unfortunately, I forget the actress's name who plays Estelle, but they're so funny. Oh, they're perfect.
I think that is it.
As
And then
young students that they're like lusting after.
Yeah.
slowly getting drunk. Yeah, it'd be brilliant.
Be good.
It's basically an
It's
episode
really
of
good.
Seinfeld.
And it's
we
age
need to put
blind, which is
Elaine.
progressive.
Elaine needs to be in there somewhere.
Yeah,
Elaine would be the wife of the bar manager who like walks in with the drinks right after George chokes out Martha. And she comes in and she does her dance.
Yeah. To the curtain call music, which is At Last.
Only you. Yeah, it'd be brilliant.
As she's kicking out a heel and having an attack. Yeah. That's our warm-up segment. That's Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, but with Seinfeld
What
characters.
would the new title be? For
Oh,
the
yeah.
play?
Who's afraid of the black and white cookie?
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Maybe
Yeah.
just No Soup for You. Could sort of,
Who's afraid of the
Natural
soup
one.
Nazi? Yeah.
Everyone.
He's
Let's
scary.
get some words in from a voice that sounds a little sexier, a little cooler, a little calmer, and a little more collected than our fucking stupid voices. And we'll be right back. Sorry, Dan.
Hey Josh, do you like drinks?
Hey Rob, I love drinks.
Oh my gosh, would you like having a good time?
I love having a good time.
Then dude, you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles!
What? A comedic podcast about our favorite beverages?
Absolutely. Every week we have a guest on where they talk about their favorite beverage. And then we do a whole bunch of segments. You like segments, right?
Oh, if I'm not eating an orange by segments, then I'm not enjoying it.
What about games? You like dumb games?
I love the dumber the game, the more I enjoy it.
Then you gotta check out Poppin' Bottles, available wherever you find podcasts.
We're back. I lied. Now we're back. I said we're back before, but instead, we're back now.
That's a fascinating ad. I would buy that.
Yeah, it's actually not for a product. It's just for another podcast.
Oh, I'd listen to that.
Okay. It doesn't sound sincere now because I had to correct you, though, right? I guess I
You-
could just
you-
cut it from when you say I'd listen to that.
No, I want to remain authentic. Authentically
Okay.
me, I mean. So just
Yeah.
leave it off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going to listen
Okay.
to the podcast.
Well, all right.
Sorry.
That's just it. Well, it's fine. Whatever.
That's the problem.
So Dan, sometimes if you have listened to the podcast, there are segments on the show, and sometimes our guests bring segments. Do you have a segment for us?
I do. This is very near and dear to my heart.
That's
Whoa.
the guest segment bleep sound. Sorry.
I didn't know that.
Probably loud.
Okay, here. Yeah. Oh my god.
Is that better?
Yeah, so it's near and dear to my heart. It's called Your Favorite Place You've Urinated in Public.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. So you
Favorite
have to if you have more than one, I'd love
On
to
brand
hear
for
it.
this episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So you have to tell me it can't be a public washroom, it has to be somewhere in public that you've had to urinate, and hopefully there's a funny story that goes along with it.
I see. Do you have one to start us off, Dan, while we ruminate?
So yes, very good choice of words.
It would be good. Oh yeah. Well, now that I've said it in the context,
micturate on this
oh
question.
God.
I do have one. I have a couple stories, but I would love to tell this
license
one.
plate, by the way, is MICTRA.
What?
Your license plate is micturate.
I specifically requested Mr. and then the number 8, and they spelled it wrong. I am Mr. 8. That's 7 digits. It fits. They put a C in there, the bastards. And now I got the Pissmobile, don't I?
Do you say, like, when you're picking people up, you're like, hop into the Pissmobile, kids?
Yeah, it's the thing is he got the license plate, right? And obviously it was an accident, but you did choose to brand your vehicle with all these decals and decals and stickers that say the Pissmobile, which is
I did. I do
Brilliant.
say toot toot all aboard, and I welcome them in.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds fun.
Yes.
Sounds real fun.
Where did you piss?
Oh, sorry. Apologies. So, like most good stories, it starts at a cast party. The cast party was taking place at a certain person's house. He might be on this podcast right now. And
you came on to reveal that you pissed on my house.
I've been waiting years to tell you.
Dan sent me $300 to be on the show.
Yeah, I paid to do this. So, it's a house in River Heights. It only has one bathroom, I think. If it has more than one, then I've made a grave mistake. But
it did at the time.
I had to go to the bathroom, so I ran outside and I peed on the side of your house, Thomas. And then the next cast party you had, the bathroom is free, but I said I might as well make a tradition. And I peed on the side of your house again.
Oh my God. The disrespect.
But then on top of that, mock me, humiliate me, make me feel dumb.
I hardly ever did that. Oh my God. Did I?
It was enough. It was enough.
Wait, did I hurt you, Dan? I am so sorry. Because if somehow what I did caused you to feel that my toilet wasn't safe for you, and to learn now that as a survival strategy, you pissed on my hose, and you pissed on the walkway where the dogs are. You pissed in the crevices. And to know that was me, I have some serious reflecting to do, and thank you for giving me this feedback.
Mm-hmm.
And I am going to take it into serious consideration.
I really appreciate that, and I accept your apology. I don't actually. Did you say sorry? If you didn't, I accept it regardless, because it was in there.
Good.
Like I felt it.
Good.
But I will say I did after that. It became a thing where if we passed a professor's house, we did end up peeing on those houses as well. I'm not going to reveal names, so it wasn't just your house.
And there were so many professors in the theater department that it's hard for us to narrow it down. Like,
I can guarantee at least one of them doesn't know how to work a computer. So they'll figure it out.
They've never heard of this show and they never will. And that makes it feel bold and fair and good.
Yeah.
And so, moving on, it comes to me.
Mm-hmm.
And what better event to pee publicly but at a cast party?
Not at my house.
I was drunk.
This can't be.
And there was a bathroom that was
Simply can't
occupied.
be.
I thought about trying to use the new ensuite, but it simply wasn't ready. So I walked out of the front door and
The House of Yes? Which one?
a house in an area. I don't want to dox your family, so I'm not going to say where.
You just did. Don't say my address.
And then
Put in Val Kilmer's name there.
so much censorship. And no, for real though. I it's funny. I saw Dan at the show, and I had asked Dan to be on the show a little while ago, and so you had actually told me in advance that this was your segment idea, and I was like, oh, that's exciting. I might have something for that. And then I thought about it for a long while, and I thought I did. And then I realized that I think the only story I can like immediately recall that involves me remembering doing something like this. I'm not saying I haven't done something else in public where I've urinated. I just don't recall. But I think I was like a kid, and I think I peed in like a Zeller's. I think I just like in the middle, and I think specifically I remember it being like or like the Bay or like one of those large department stores. Like, and I was standing in the four-way cross section between where like, you know how like they have tiles where the aisles are and carpeted sections where they aren't. Well, I peed luckily on the tiled section, but
Luckily.
Luckily for who?
Yeah, well, whoever had to clean it up. Whoever had to clean it up, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. And then
take some agency. You chose where you pissed.
And I said, luckily, for whoever it was, I peed, and I peed over the fucking floor. And
now, did you look at the worker after and go, clean this piss up?
Identifying it as urine, that like being mad that it's there.
You're angry that someone else pissed there.
Yeah. You guys clean up this piss?
This place is disgusting. Even my pants are covered in piss.
Yeah. Jesus Christ. I walk in here, there's piss in my boxers, piss in my pants, piss on the floor. Everywhere I go, there's piss.
And I haven't showered in days. That feels like your fault.
Yeah. Clean me, sir.
This is the Hudson Spray Company.
Well, dousing me with your chemicals?
It's good news now because Zeller's is opening back up, right? So you can now go piss in a Zeller's again.
Honestly, I'm hoping to make restitution. So I'm hoping to go back there and sort of wait till someone else pees, and then I'll clean it up. Yeah, or get angry about it at the service staff. I haven't decided yet which one.
The first time I ever had a deep fried Mars bar was at the Zeller's Cafe.
Really? Interesting. I sell those now. I sell deep fried Mars bars at Dreamland.
I had one at your place too. I was like, brings me back to Zeller's.
Yeah,
every time
I was peeing on the floor.
Dreamland is like a time capsule of Zeller's. It's like the perfect restaurant.
I spent a lot of money on it looking like a 1950s diner, but Thomas
insists
it's a Zeller's.
You can get a shake, but really you're going for the experience of walking through a Zeller's. That's what I feel every time I go there.
Yeah, Thomas is always trying to haggle for a pair of earrings when he's there. Yeah.
You haggle at Zeller's? Is that what happened?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, they've got like Moroccan energy at Zeller's. That's everything's about haggling.
I try, okay? I do, as a last memory about Zeller's / malls, I do recall my father once, when I was 18 years old, trying to convince a salesperson to give me like the 8-year-old no tax discount somewhere, and it was on like a pair of shoes or something. Like it was like my dad was haggling over like $6. It was just the most cheap thing ever, and so I pissed on the floor. Anyway, Thomas, dawn us with a story.
Yeah, nice rhyme. So I peed on the side of a Masonic temple in Iowa City. It was the one and only time I've ever, I think, fully blacked out drunk. And I know that I got into a conversation about Israel-Palestine with a stranger at a bar that went surprisingly well. And then later, I peed on a Masonic temple. And that feels like a pretty good eve to me.
So I have a question. Now, was you solved the Israeli-Palestine crisis?
Yeah, we figured it out, but I couldn't remember what I did. That was what was so frustrating. I actually
Swag Messiah.
For a brief day, I was the swag Messiah, and I was like,
but you felt so good about it.
We gotta, That's
you felt so good about it that you had to pee. Like that was what it was.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, 100%. That's disgusting, Thomas.
It's so sad. If only I could remember, I would. It does
feel like that story is the one that's going to get you like killed by the Illuminati after the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there was an Illuminati out there and if they cared about the reach that Oops All Segments had, then this would be the episode upon which the release of you would die. I think.
I'm sorry, guys. Let me just say
why
that
the Illuminati and not the Masons? Wouldn't the Masons be more upset than the Illuminati?
I assume that the Masons are like part. Is that not like part of the whole conspiracy theory people have? Is that like the Masons are like part of a? Is that not a thing?
All I know about the Mason. All I know is from The Simpsons, and isn't that called this? Like, that's all I know.
I assume
that's what I'm. That's also what I'm drawing it on. Yeah. But I just thought they were like a secret society.
We've all seen the We Do song.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Surprise, motherfucker.
Who pees on Thomas's house? Dan does. Dan does.
So I'd like to close. I'd like to just. I have one more story, and I tell this to everyone. And it's not a pee story; it's a defecation story. But such is life. So I was walking home from a friend's house in Vancouver, and me and my roommate were about halfway between, and there was a park, and I was very inebriated. And I looked at my
beer shirt right now.
Yeah, that's actually where I found that. So I had to go to the washroom, and I said, Ethan, I gotta. He's like, do you want to go back? I went, no, I'm not gonna make it. So he sat on the park bench, and I went and pooped behind the tree. And it was the biggest poop I've taken in my life. Like, actually, it was actually massive.
What did you eat?
Who knows? Probably pizza, I'm assuming at that point. And And I had to wipe with a leaf, right? And then we left. And then the next day we had to walk back. And I said, I should go see what happened.
Pay respects.
Yeah, and a dog had eaten it.
Okay.
So it was gone.
How do you know it was a dog?
Well, it was either a dog or a coyote. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But now forever when we walk by that park, and I do quite often, I go, there's Poop Tree.
That's glorious.
That's good.
Wow.
I'm a foul human being.
I love
I like
good
that you
public
went back to visit it, though.
Yeah,
that's touching sort of.
That's the clincher, right? When you got to pay respects.
I sure clinched, all right. I sure did.
T-Bone, you want to hit that wheel again? What do you think?
Spin that wheel. We're getting close to the end, but I think we could do another seggy. Here we go.
I can see it now. Thomas gasping for air. His mind shutting down slowly as his lungs fill with milky cream.
Lyrical.
Who's cream? Who's to say?
Participants
but
must
it is
discuss
cream.
the news on the
and it is very milky.
On the witch.com page?
Well, was it not easy to hear me for some reason?
I was too busy listening to Milky Cream. That distracted me.
Reading the news on genius.com for
brilliant.
Lyrical Miracle.
Oh, okay.
This isn't news. This is just all the lyrics to different albums. Read all the lyrics.
Oh, here there's
No.
there's like a looking back, and like there's like there are some
The
some of
top
them are
hip-hop
lyrics.
producer of 2017 on Genius. The top hip-hop album of 2017. Why are they all so
What the fuck?
6
Why are
years
we
ago?
so nostalgic for 2017? That's such a
Yeah,
weird
that's
time.
that's the last time hip hop was good, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that
I
the
guess.
thing?
That's fair. Honestly, as an old millennial now, yes, I agree.
Wow,
Um,
it's true.
So
Yeah.
let's
Throwing
see.
shade.
They thought in 2017 the best album was "Damn" by
by Kendrick Lamar. Yeah, okay.
Right.
K Dot. Yeah,
I can't say I've listened.
it's a great album. This album
It's good.
on repeat got me through some really mind-numbing work for a tech startup. I used to work for a tech startup called GeoFilter Studio that no longer exists.
Oh, right.
And,
Yeah.
I used to do like a very annoying amount of not really data entry, but like email correspondence with a lot of
Right.
customers digitally, and it was just so mind numbing because it was a lot of the same thing. So, and this album had come out recently, and it was a very engaging and interesting album. So I listened to it a lot throughout those months of work.
And so that company no longer exists. Do you think that's maybe because you were distracted while working?
Yeah. Could you have focused up a little bit and
Like,
I don't know.
pay attention to the bottom line, dude?
Perhaps maybe it was my fault. Yeah. It's 'cause I was
According to some
Damn.
interpretations, the old blind woman who shoots Kendrick dead on the opening track represents the curse, though Kendrick himself has kept mum about the meaning of the parable. The search for meaning is even more daunting when you consider the album was designed to be played forwards and backwards. It's unclear whether the murder is the beginning of the end or the end of the beginning, as Zane Lowe put it while interviewing Kendrick in 2017.
fuck yeah. Well, here's okay. So I was
Fuck
confused because
Can we just
how
hold
do
for
we?
a second? Can we just hold for 1 second? Fuck yeah. Okay, continue.
Well, it's like a blind woman. How do we know? Does she go, I'm a blind woman who's gonna shoot you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like
Yeah, it was so hard to hear you, but yeah, so like,
so
does
sorry.
she declare herself blind in the beginning, or is Kendrick like, Kevin, do you know the lyrics?
I do
She
actually, yeah,
refers-
because he literally like talks about the situation in sort of like he's like, I saw a blind woman walking around, and she was moving around, and then I approached her.
She was walking around.
She was walking and moving.
Dude,
I don't know
there was
all
nothing
the
this
fucking
blind woman
lyrics.
wasn't up to.
Fuck you.
Like,
She thought it was a
Walking
toilet. It was
around.
Thomas's house.
and
She
I approached her. It looked like she was trying to find something. I said,
oh my god, is Kendrick Lamar ableist?
"Excuse me, can I help you find
we?
something?"
Just ignore that.
And she,
Just-
and she said, "You've lost your life." And then there's a gunshot, and then that's yeah.
Oh,
I-
right.
I don't think that's how it
Okay.
happens, but yeah, my lyrics. Kendrick Lamar, confirmed ableist. Yes.
Okay, good.
Let's see who else we can really.
If he's not an
Stick it
ableist, he
to.
can come on the podcast and defend himself.
Sure.
If he's not on the show, he's a confirmed ableist. But if he guests, then he loves everyone, no matter what their condition might be.
Pretty much, if you're a famous person and you're listening by chance, or if you're somebody and you know a famous person, they've done something to be canceled. They've done something wrong, and
Yeah.
we know about it, and we're confirming it on air. And if they want to defend themselves for it, they can come on here and do so. That's my position.
I think
Let's
that's
check out
fair.
the top 10 NFL quarterbacks of 2023 according to lyrical mentions.
Yeah, here's something we all know a lot about.
Who do
Fucking
we
NFL
think?
quarterbacks.
I
Dan,
assume
are
none
you
of us know
by
anything, but
chance
who do
a
we think-
football fan?
Who do you think the number one is going to be?
Yeah, it's got to be
Brady,
right?
Tom Brady, or
Or
the
no.
guy with the massive head.
The guy who took the kneel wasn't a quarterback, right?
I don't think
Colin
so.
Kaepernick?
Yeah.
I don't
Kevin,
believe so.
how do you not know that?
I'm racist. That's
Okay,
how.
I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it.
I think Patrick Mahomes
I don't
might
know.
be up there, right?
Oh, sure.
That's-
Because Mahomes,
that's-
just
Allen from
just
the
because his name
Buffalo
sounds like
Bills.
it would be like a rap thing. Like, what's
Yeah,
up,
it's like-
Mahomes?
I'm hanging out with Mahomes, and then
Right.
it's like, do they mean they're friends or him?
Or
it
or
was
like I
Patrick
own.
Mahomes.
Oh wow! Oh
I was
shit!
right. 219
Living in multiple homes.
mentions.
Yeah. Oh shit,
Let's
Mahomes.
see. One of the quotes is Patty Mahomes about to fall short a couple hundred. Signed, sealed, delivered. I fucked the notary public. That's
Oh
what
my
Drake
God.
is referencing.
Oh my God. What did the notary public do to him?
The notary public has gone unfucked for too long.
Oh,
my
man.
God. He's such a nerd. It's so funny.
I'm pretty sure that the next quarterback did actually just get canceled for something. I'm
Aaron
not up on the
Rodgers, who
news.
I think hates the vaccine.
Oh, I see. There he is, Aaron Rodgers.
Personally.
Okay, what do we got? I got the Green Bay pack. Aaron Rodgers, chopper bullet coming. Better dodge him. That's from Migos member Quavo. From his
He's a
2014 song
perennial
"Fuck 'Em
controversy
3
man.
times."
The only
Fuck
Migos
With
song is
Russell Wilson.
Denver Broncos.
You can
Let's
take
see,
this
from
one, Daniel.
Eminem. Do you want to read this one, Dan?
Yeah, so perfect because I am Eminem, just so you guys
Yeah.
know. It's payback. Russell Wilson falling way back in the draft. Turns nothing into something. Still can make that straw into gold. Chump I will spin. Rumpelstiltskin in a haystack. Whoa.
Okay.
You read that
That's-
like poetry, which was funny. Like you didn't use the line breaks the way rappers do for rhymes, so you read it like fully like a poet, which is so interesting. It was
Well, I don't
like-
know if you know this, Kevin. I'm an artist. So
Oh,
yeah.
You?
Me, I'm an artist. I've written some poetry. I've read some
Okay.
poetry.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
all right.
Can you maybe close out the episode by reading some now?
No.
Okay. It's been so nice to have you, Dan. Really great to reconnect. If people are interested in checking out your work, your one-person show, anything else you're doing, where should they go?
My Instagram, my acting and performing Instagram is Daniel Does Acting. At Daniel Does Acting. Much like Debbie Does Dallas. It's Daniel
fun.
Does Acting. Yeah.
And
thanks.
if you want to hire a
Is it-
dog to hunt and kill Dan, just bring it to my house, have it sniff around, and it'll get the scent.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Kevin, is there anything else we need to plug?
I don't fucking know. If you want to listen to us make fun of things in a fantasy world, come check out what we do in the basement. It's a D&D Let's Play show where I DM and Thomas plays along with some of our fun furry friends. They're not furries. They might be. I don't know about their personal lives. I don't care. Thomas, tell them how. Oh, wait. Dan, do you have the Apple Podcast app?
I do.
Can you please
the
pull
app.
out your phone for a second?
Will it still record if I do that?
Well, honestly,
willing
if it
to
cuts
lose
off
the
at this
record.
point, I'm going to need you to go to Oops All Segments into your Apple Podcasts app and just give it a rating. 5 stars, please.
Give it a 5-star rating on the air. and
5-star
show
rating.
us.
And just show
Wow,
us.
you guys are vicious. This is wow.
We
Oops,
need,
all segments.
we need more listeners, Dan, please.
How do we do? Follow
This is-
show.
Well, you don't have to do that. Well, you can. That's good for us too, I guess.
Where do I? Where do?
So there should be a review button. Yeah, if you scroll down, keep scrolling. You gotta look at
Oh,
it.
there. Yeah.
At the
Yeah.
bottom
No.
there, yeah.
I'm actually the blind woman.
You lost.
Your
your
I love this,
5-star
Thomas.
average.
This is Momster. Thanks for another great episode. I look forward to listening every week. Thomas's mom. That's funny.
Okay. I wrote that.
Yeah, and Thomas had to write it for her, which was really
Yeah, she
upsetting.
didn't even
And
do it.
So I rated you. There you go. 5 stars.
Thank
Whoops.
you,
Thank you very
Dan.
much. Yeah. Okay.
You're very
4.7,
welcome.
Not bad. Lowest rating from your mom, right, Kevin?
Yeah, my mom dragged us down by accident because she hit 3 stars. Left a really nice
Damn.
comment, gave us 3 stars, which really sucked.
Yeah, but
Um,
we're used to it. We're used to it. We know what it's like.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. If you look at the posters behind me, I don't really know.
Oh,
I'm just saying.
there it is.
I do just want to wish
Yeah?
Val Kilmer well. He does have throat cancer, and
So, are we going to use his name,
think
or
we're
am I
gonna
going to
keep
cut it out?
in because
Mhm.
it reflected poorly on you, but ultimately not on me.
What do you
I
mean?
think although he's lost the ability to speak well, and
I
they
didn't
did
know
that
that,
very
though.
touchingly in Top Gun Maverick. I think he doesn't look bad. He's
haven't
just an
seen-
older man. He looks fine. He's doing fine.
Also,
and
if he's listening, I have watched his Mark Twain one-man show. Yes, that's a thing.
Okay.
He did that.
Yeah.
Is he Mark Twain.
He wrote, directed, and starred in a Mark Twain one-man show, and he is Mark Twain, like in full Mark Twain regalia. Like,
And was it
it's
good?
crazy.
You can follow us, like, and subscribe. Give us 5 stars, just like Dan did.
Submit
and,
segments to us through our
segments, yeah.
through our links in the description. Just open them up and fire off a segment our way. We'll put it into the wheel. And yeah, stay safe out there. Keep fit and have fun.
My parents' address is.
Their house reeks of piss. Mine, specifically.
Yeah, you can find it by scent. Don't worry.